Good morning, second graders. It is Wednesday, February 3rd, 2021, and it is time for Number Corner. So this month, all of our calendar marker cards have to do with different flags. And I told you that at some point this month, we're going to be talking about something about the flags. So I have flipped over today's flag. And here's what it looks like. It is from the country Canada, and I have added an arrow to our map. So remember that this is our world map. And the first day we had our country of Chile. And then yesterday we had a country of Norway. And then today we have a country of Canada. So I just want you to look at the three cards that we've had so far and think about how they are the same. What do you notice that is on all of them? The Chilean flag, the Norwegian flag, and the Canadian flag. What do you notice is on all three of them? Well, I notice that there's white on all of them, and I notice that there is red on all of them. And so I'm going to give you a little hint that something, when we do our last column of our observation chart, that last column is going to have something to do with the amount of a color. So that's your hint. Now, each calendar marker also has a story problem that we are working together to solve. And up here in this corner, I have put some empty boxes. And so this month, all of our story problems give us two numbers, either the start, the change, or the end. So sometimes we know the start number and the number it's going to change by, and we're trying to figure out the end. Sometimes we know the end and how much it's changed by, but we don't know the start. So there's always one part of the number sentence that we don't know, and that's what we're going to try to figure out. So today, I am going to exit out of this real quick. I'm going to pull up our calendar grid. So we're going to add our country. So this is the column I was talking about that's going to have something to do with a color on the flag. So I'm going to write in our country, Canada. And we're not going to do anything to this red column yet. But now our story problem of the day, I'm going to color it so we can see it. So I just want you to listen to it first. And I want you to have that start, change, end picture in your head. So I'm going to go back to it real quick. I want you to think about this as I'm reading it. What do we know? What do we need to find out? All right. So some people went to Canada and saw 30 reindeer in the forest. There were 33 people and reindeer in all. How many people? So I'm going to show you the equations that we've had so far. Here they are in the yellow box. And on Monday, we had an equation where we needed to find out the end number. And yesterday, we had an equation that we needed to find out the change number. So now I'm going to read this story problem again. And what number or what part of the number sentence do we not know? So on my board, I know that it's backwards for you, and I hate that it's like that, but I don't know how to have it be any better. So let me make myself a little bit bigger so you can see my whiteboard. So I'm going to do those four boxes again. And if you have a whiteboard or a piece of paper, I would encourage you to do the same. So I'm drawing, if I said four boxes, I meant three boxes. I'm drawing my three boxes: start, change, and stop, or the end one. So I'm going to read it again. Some people went to Canada and saw 30 reindeer in the forest. There were 33 people and reindeer in all. How many people? Okay, so let's think about that. What parts of this number sentence do we know? I hear that there's some people. Do we know how many? It says some people went to Canada. Okay, well, some did, but does that tell us an actual number? No. So I'm going to leave this blank for right now. because I don't think that we know that. So now I'm going to move on and see if I can think of a number that would go in here or hear a number that would go in here. Some people went to Canada and saw 30 reindeer in the forest. There are 33 people and reindeer in all. How many people? So I'm hearing that this first box, our start, is people. Our change or middle is reindeer. And our end is both of them all together. So now let's plug. Some people went to Canada and saw 30 reindeer. Okay, I know that's reindeer, so I'm going to write 30. Now we're looking for both, and it's going to tell us there were 33 people and reindeer in all. So there was people plus reindeer equals 33. So using what I do know, the number of reindeer and the number of both, how can I figure out how many people there were? What plus 30 is going to equal 33? Think in your head. What plus 30 equals 33? Maybe you have 30 in your head and you're counting on until you get to 33. Maybe you just know. I know that 3 plus 30 equals 33. So I'm going to add that to our calendar observation. And I want you to just look at the equations and see if you notice any patterns. So I'm just plugging in the information that we just solved. 3 plus 30 equals 33. And that number that we didn't know that we were trying to figure out was the start number. And so I'm going to underline it so that we remember. All right, so, do you see any patterns in this? What do you notice about what's going on with our equations? I see some pretty cool things going on. I see that the number that we're solving for has been changing. So in our first equation, we solved for the end. Then we solved for the change. And then this one we solved for the start. I also see that the number that's in the start position is going up by 1 each time. So 1, 2, 3. I see that the number that's in the change position is going up by 10 each time. 10, 20, 30. And I see that my end spot, it's 11, so it's 1, 1, and then it's 22, so 2, 2, and then it's 3, 3, or 33. So I wonder if that's going to keep up. If this does keep up, what would you expect the end or the answer to be for tomorrow's equation? Interesting. All right, we will revisit that tomorrow. I just want to draw your attention to a few things. So here's our number corner. This was the story problem for today. I'm going to put this video right here. This is some pictures from Canada and just a little bit, some facts. So if you look up at this world map, all this green right here, that's all Canada. It's big. And we live on the continent of North America, and we share that continent with Canada. So Canada, if this is the United States on North America, North America, then Canada is the one that is more north. So it's a little colder in Canada. All right, here are things that I'm going to draw your attention to. So these are the different territories in Canada, and there's some major cities like Toronto and Vancouver, and there's some places in Canada like Quebec and it's escaping me right now, Montreal, where they speak French. So parts of Canada speak English and parts of Canada speak French. All right, the lesson will be added here. I want to draw your attention to this slide. So I want to encourage you for the rest of this week to practice these facts. These are the doubles facts. And I want you to look at this screen and time yourself and see how long it takes you to solve these. And then do this every day to see if you can get faster. I don't mean solving on paper. I mean knowing them just like you know your sight words. So to know 1 + 1 is 2, 8 + 8 is 16, 9 + 9 is 18, 7 + 7 is 14, 3 + 3 is 6, 6 + 6 is 12, 10 + 10 is 20. So to know them fast, okay? That is something that you should work on. I will have these on the slides so that you have it to practice. All right, that is the end of Number Corner today, and I will see you back here for Number Corner tomorrow. Stay tuned for the lesson. Quick note about our choice board. Remember, you need to do all 4 things by Friday. I'm keeping track of it. So you need to play the Star Power game. You can play it with yourself, or maybe you have someone in your house that you can play with. Either way. You need to complete the Prodigy assignment. You need to complete the Study Island assignment. And if you get a 70 or below on the Study Island assignment, you need to do it again. Okay, so if you get 60% or 50% or 40% or 30% or 20% or 10%, you need to keep practicing until you get a better score. It is not okay to just accept that you didn't do very well. You need to work on it until you get better and get a score that would be passing. All right. And then last but not least, you're going to click on these story problems. And I would really encourage you to practice our splitting strategy that we've talked about to solve these problems. Okay. All right. So remember, by Friday, by the end of the day on Friday, all of those things need to be done. And you also need to be doing extra math every day. So there's still some friends in our class who've not been doing extra math, and I need you to start doing them. Thank you, and stay tuned for the lesson.